former police officer has told of his friendship with a reformed gangster who shot him in the back 27 years ago. James Seymour could have died when he was blasted by Leroy Smith, who he and another unarmed PC were tailing from a drug den. The gunman showed no pity and even taunted the officers at court before he was jailed for 25 years. Leroy, then 26, had made a fortune from drug dealing, but when he left prison after 18 years, he had nothing. Inspired by an ex-partner, he wrote a searingly honest book out of the box about how he turned to crime. Leroy was brought up in Brixton, South London. His mother was murdered when he was 2 and by the age of 13 he was smoking cannabis. He turned to crime to feed his habit and rose high in the cocaine trade. He lived in luxury in the US and Britain, often with £10,000 cash in his pocket. Leroy said, "I was living with 4 girls in my condo which I owned. I had a car, lots of jewelry and guns. There were some good times, but they were never worth it." James, now 58, read the book. He said, "I found out about his life and the temptation of dealing drugs. So I can see why kids get involved in crime, and I understood that with Leroy." He then made the momentous decision to track down the man who tried to kill him but failed when the bullet passed through his body. The cop, who is still haunted by that moment, said, "I was nervous. For many years there was a lot of bitterness. I didn't hate him because it wasn't personal." The two men met at a railway station and Leroy apologized for the pain and suffering he had caused. It was the start of a close friendship. They have collaborated on an updated version of the biography and are taking the story of redemption to children at risk of drifting into a life of crime and violence. Leroy, now 53, said, "When I go to schools I say, if you want to make money, go on Amazon, find some business, make an app. If you've got 2 languages, be a translator. Use your brain. You're going to be at the bus stop eventually begging for £1. If you don't, just die or go to prison for life. Nothing's going to end nice."